One of the greatest things that I believe that we need at this time is peace. One thing that I deeply believe humanity is in need of is sacred space and peace and a place to rest. I believe that there's so many people who are just tired, exhausted spiritually, mentally, physically, and just not the average tired. It is like a soul tired. And so one thing I deeply believe that is an important mission of mine is to bring love and peace back to people so that people can have a safe space, a sacred space to be able to lay their head, to be able to lay their burdens down, to be able to lay their problems, down to rest and just really relax their mind. This is not a time where it's good to be disconnected from yourself. Once upon a time, we were able to just be distracted, right? Be distracted by work, be distracted by family problems. The veil of energy, the veil of the spirit realms are too thin now. Many people are being activated to wake up towards their soul's consciousness, to be in alignment with what their purpose for being on the planet actually is. It's time to prioritize your own heart and soul. You cannot be the same as you once were. You cannot live your life the same way that you're used to living your life if your life was void of deep connection. How many of you just feel like you need to take a deep breath sometimes? Sometimes this is the most important thing that you can do, is to just take a deep breath. And to relax your heart, to relax your spirit, and to relax your energy. I believe that during this time, when the energies are heavy and the veil is thin and so many things are shifting for so many people, one of the most important things to prioritize is your peace. And not in that like cliche way, not in I'm protecting my peace kind of way that you use for everything to avoid people, right? But I really genuinely feel like prioritizing your peace by communing with yourself is the most important thing that we can do during this time. As I sit and I meditate and I talk to God and all of my heavenly family, the biggest message right now is connection. There's so many of us who may feel disconnected as we are internally shifting in so many ways that we don't even know about, right? A lot of us are unconscious to the internal shifts that our physical body is actually going through as it interacts with the atmosphere and all the things that are happening, not just in the world, but also in other realms, in the galactic frequency, the planets, the stars. A lot of things are shifting, in space as well, that affect our time, that affect our body, that affect so much of the world as we know it to be. And so the one thing that I like to prioritize now is focusing on what it feels like to truly be in peace within my own energy. And the only way that we can know that is to be with ourselves and to really feel ourselves, not distract ourselves by reading, not distracting ourselves by watching videos on YouTube, not distracting ourselves by having our me time, even listening to just music that allows ourselves to be transported somewhere else, but truly putting the focus on ourself. What does my body feel like? What does my energy feel like? How many of us know exactly what our heart feels like when it beats? how many of us take the time to really sit with ourselves in silence with no distractions and put the focus on self, asking ourselves, is my heart happy? And then listening for the answer. You know, how does my stomach feel? Does my stomach hurt? Does it need something different? Am I eating the right foods? You know, how does my mind feel? Does it feel at peace, or is it filled with chatter that I just can't stop thinking about? How does peace feel to your body? You know, and I think that these things are important to start really asking ourselves and connecting with ourselves during this time, because the energies can be very heavy from one day to the next. One day we have like a breakthrough in energy where everything feels light and fluffy and beautiful, and then the next day it feels like the world is ending and crashing, and we're looking at friends and family, you know, that are in the middle of disaster and destruction, and then we feel bad and sad and lonely and hopeless and wonder, what world are we living in? So like sometimes now, if I want to just have something in the background that allows me to go deeper into that quiet space with myself, I listen to space noise. Like, I don't know if you can hear it in the background. It's playing in the background. Space noise. And that space noise just allows, it's like white noise, you know, in the background that just allows me to relax. Allow myself to feel my body in its natural state, paying attention to my breath. Where am I not breathing? Where is there tension in my body? Where does it hurt when I breathe? Or where does it feel restricted? Or where does it flow? You know, these things are intimate details. And so the one thing that I would really advise, you know, in order to thrive and feel good, is to be intimate with yourself, to be intimate with knowing yourself so well that the moment that anything feels off in your energy, in your mind, in your mood, you are able to quickly navigate change within your being, because you know it's not your energy, you know it's not how you want to feel. And the only way that we can do that is by truly prioritizing. When you find that you're prioritizing things other than your own energy and your own personal spirit and intuition and feelings at this particular time on the planet, everything feels like it's going to go to hell and fast. It's going to feel like things are just burning down at the seams for you. So my greatest advice is to connect. One of my guides said the most important thing at this time is to connect with self and with spirit. That is the only way that we're going to truly find that peace and that harmony that we're looking for during these very difficult times of change that we are going through. So be love, be beautiful, and I hope that you all find your connection, your